Rob Tallini at Road Race, and today we have a customer's 500 Sport on the lift. And actually we're going to demonstrate the installation of the chassis braces made by Road Race and pioneered by us. These are 120 wall chromoly pieces, and basically they're so strong and made so strong for a reason. All of the bracing and things that we make for not just this model car, but also for our Mitsubishi cars and other things, they're all made to what we call a rally specification. Okay, we have a long history of rally racing and building rally cars, and with that, we've designed parts that will not just handle driving, let's say on flat ground, but rather cars that actually fly through the air and have to endure a tremendous amount of abuse. So when you get chassis braces from Road Race, you're sure that you're getting the strongest on the market without question. So today we have our customer, again, this is a 500 Sport. However, the application of these chassis bars works for basically all of the models, the 500 Sport, the Pop, the 500T, and of course the Abarth. So today we're just using this 500 Sport to demonstrate installation, and we're going to show you first of all how to identify which side is which, and from there it's going to be a very easy installation. In most cases you don't really even need to remove the wheels. You can do this on the ground in your driveway by simply turning the wheels as sharp to one side. Then you can access where the original stock chassis brace is. And from there, it's really a one-tool operation. You really only need a 3/8 drive ratchet. Okay, there's no real torque specifications needed. It's a matter of really just tightening it down as good as you can get with, let's say, this much leverage. Okay, for those of you that are used to working on Japanese cars, the metric bolts are often like a 10, a 12, a 14. But when you get into European models, it's often a little bit different, 11, 13, 15. So this is a 15 millimeter socket, and using a tall socket tends to help you out here. So removal simply would mean turning the wheel and removing these bolts. Quite simply, it's very easy to access. Doesn't take a tremendous amount of power to remove them. So one of the things that we identified right away with this chassis was, being that it's so short, the struts are basically embedded in the firewall, you don't have flex from passenger side to driver's side as you corner. In fact, everything is related to how much grip you really have in the tire, so you don't have a lot of lateral loads. But what you do have is vertical load in this car. And so you see where the subframe is tied to the actual chassis. By increasing the stiffness here, we've managed to affect the handling. So the original OEM pieces are basically stamped, and they have obviously some strength to them, of course. However, they are a cost-cutting part and made to be as cheap as possible. So with that, we identified this and created, again, what we have for chassis braces, and applied all of our rally experience and such to the design that we came up with. Again, if you feel them, they're quite heavy for what they are, but again, they're doing a job that nothing else can do as well as these. And we wanted to show you exactly how to identify them. Lay them flat on a table or the ground. You can see where they naturally rest on the bend or the curve here, and you'll see that one of them has very much exaggerated angle on the cups. Okay, that represents the passenger side chassis bar. This one, of course, is the driver's side. It's more flat, looks to be it should be fairly clear to people. Once you lay them down where they rest naturally, will give you a clue as to which one is for the passenger side and which one's for the driver's side. So again, the one that lays more flat cups bend, etc. That's the driver's side. So we're going to take our driver's side chassis brace right here, and the way to know which end is top and bottom is this is going to be, the bend is going to be going towards the rear of the car, so that makes it pretty straightforward. And again, very, very easy to set it up. You can do this in your driveway, no problem. And again, the benefit from this is going to be very noticeable once you finish installing them. So let's put it in like that. Get it started by hand always. Make sure nothing's hanging up. And start your bottom. Okay, we've got everything started up. So, and again, this will take you probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe in your driveway. Again, you don't even have to jack the car up. And with the wheel turned hard to the left, in this case, you have enough room to swing a ratchet without any trouble. And again, we go back to the torque setting. There really isn't a torque required. These are big, heavy bolts, and quite frankly, stronger than what you can do, or the average man can do with a 3/8 ratchet. And voila, this side is on, solid as can be, and again, ready to fly through the air if need be. We're going to go over to the passenger side now. We'll do that one real quick, and we should be wrapping up. Okay, so now we're on the passenger side, and again, we're going to give you the tricks you need to know. In this case, we're going to have the bar actually does face forward, so this bend here will face the front of the car, and that will give you the correct placement as you actually finish installing these, and making sure that these big flanges are flat against the chassis and against the body itself. So again, we start them by hand, spin them in, make sure we don't have anything cross-threaded. Also gives you a chance to line things up. So again, you have plenty of room here. We're going to just snug these up. And there we go. We're basically done. And first of all, congratulations on your purchase. Second of all, I'm sure you're going to enjoy them and notice the difference. Those of you guys that are really spirited in your driving are going to notice right away decreased understeer and just a firmer turn-in, basically quicker turn-in. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact us though, roadracemotorsports.com, or give us a call, 562-906-0080.